edition of the Champion Corner podcast. It's good to see you on this beautiful day. We are fast. We're in the fast lane, ladies and gentlemen. We are full fledged, right in the fast lane, headed towards SummerSlam. It's the biggest party of the year. That's what they say. It's the biggest party of the year. We know it as our favorite. Well, for me, it's my favorite pay per view outside of WrestleMania. Honestly, SummerSlam has a lot of big memories. We're gonna go down memory lane. So grab your popcorn. If you want, you can grab some paper and pen. You might want to catch some notes because we're going to go down memory lane. We got the historian himself in the building. So we're going to unpack a lot of things about SummerSlam. We're also going to talk about this upcoming SummerSlam and the card featuring my girl, Jade Cargill. This might be her big time. This might be her big moment. And we also got Jelly Roll out there with Randy Orton. And we got John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Will we see a double turn at SummerSlam? All the writing is on the wall, but you just never know with the WWE. They may pull the rug from underneath us and leave us with a cliffhanger. Who knows what's going to happen at SummerSlam? But if you're new to the channel, I want you to know this channel exists just for people like you and I to enjoy professional wrestling conversations, to enjoy the sport that we love. So if you're new to the channel, look down below. You may see a subscribe button somewhere. I need you to click that bell notification so that you'll be the first one to know when the Champions Corner is on live. Make sure you follow the channel, share the channel with your friend, follow this all over our social channels. Man, let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about it. But first, I want to see if I got the professor in the building. I see his screen. Last I checked, he wasn't this dark. So we'll see if he's in the building. I knew he was having some issues. But historian, how you doing?
Hey man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Got a different scenery back here. The historian's in the cooking up some historian chicken. So I gotta make sure I stay close by and doing my thing, you know. But as you said, it's good to be here. Looks like the professor on right now. Man, I'm doing good. You know, SummerSlam, as I've said many times on the show, is my favorite event. Yeah, outside of WrestleMania stands on its own, but SummerSlam is my show, based on historical factors that's happened over the time. If you really pay attention, just as many memories as a WrestleMania would have, if you really paid attention to it.
I mean,
how you doing, man? You good? Good with your mic?
No, I'm fine. You could even say that some of the memories of SummerSlam could be better than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, so there's a case to be made. SummerSlam probably is the better festival. It's just that WrestleMania is the bigger spectacle because that's where usually you get your Hollywood moments. You're not getting LT versus Bam Bam Bigelow at SummerSlam.
Hey, but you are getting Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Yeah.
You're getting that Jelly Roll, but you bring up a good point. For me, SummerSlam, man, it just a lot of memories, childhood memories, man. Like I remember those were some of my earlier wrestling memories, man. You know, so we're gonna unpack that. How you doing today, BJ?
I'm doing well. How's everyone else?
I'm doing
pretty good.
Fantastic. Another beautiful day in Central Florida. I cannot complain at all. So let's kick it off, man. Let's talk about we'll go around. We'll do it one or two ways, but let's just open up, man, with favorite SummerSlam memories. What come to mind?
Professor, you want to go first? Or you want me to go?
No, you can go ahead and start first because I'm just start naming matches. But I mean, like, yeah, you could definitely go first. Some matches offhand.
I tell you something that stood out to me initially because this probably, although we've had this is the first time I think I ever saw a movie transcend into a show. So if you ever seen the movie No Holds Bar, a lot of people haven't. But if you ever seen it, Hulk Hogan took on Tiny Zeus Lister, and his name was Zeus in the movie. And then fast forward shortly thereafter, there's been like Hogan, I think, fought him in the cage or something like that. But you had Hogan and I believe Beefcake against Macho Man and Zeus. I think SummerSlam 1989. So that's the kind of the first time I really saw like a transcend of like movie to and that was pretty fascinating for a guy my age. I was like 6 or 7 years old, you know. So that's pretty fascinating for me. So that was one memory for me. I remember, I believe, the very first SummerSlam, 1988. Honky Tonk Man was at a certain number. I can't remember at that time. The longest reigning. Ain't there something to have the longest reigning champion, Intercontinental champion, to losing in like 6 seconds?
Hey,
you
gotta drop
so
it.
yeah, he went out there. What you can dub is the first open challenge on TV, I guess. He went out there and did it, and then he lost it. So then from there, but if I keep going down the line, I would say for me, one of the reasons I said it multiple times on this show as well, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, SummerSlam, 1991. Match made in heaven, match made in hell. That's what the show was dubbed, because if you know, Hogan and Warrior took on Saudi Slaughter, his guys, and then Macho Man and Elizabeth got married.
Got married. That was a big deal.
So, yeah. And then he got bit by a snake or something like that. A snake was in the box or something like that. But that's hold on. So all that happened too. But point being, that was that. And then I will go after that. I know me and BJ talked about this before. Bulldog and Brett, 92, Wembley Stadium. Intercontinental title main event. I think this is the first time it's mainstream. So those was a couple of the early years. I know we got a lot of the things from like when the Brock Lesnar came and all that night, but from the earlier years, I got a couple more. Then I kind of, I'll give it back to you. I'm sorry, I just kind of talk about SummerSlam, but not a good match, but a good story leading up to it. 1994, Undertaker versus the Undertaker.
You gonna take that? You took mine. Okay.
Yeah, not a good match by any means. But a good story with Leslie Nielsen looking for the Undertaker and things of that nature. $1 Million Man buying his own Undertaker. I believe that's when the Undertaker switched from like the gray to the purple. That same night you had Bret versus Owen in a steel cage match, with WWE added that in their top 25 matches. I think it was more recently too, within the last 3 days or so. So you kind of go down that, and then you fast forward to the different things. But I will say this before we get into this year's SummerSlam has not been very good to John Cena. I'm just gonna let that cook for a minute.
No, you gotta let it cook. You let it simmer, because AJ owns Cena.
Hey, put a little syrup on that.
Brock Lesnar, Daniel Bryan. Hey, you keep going.
They own that dude.
Hey, Brock Lesnar. He's got the most appearances at. I think he got the most SummerSlam main events. SummerSlam main events at SummerSlam. So he might be Mr. SummerSlam, like we were saying. But yeah, it hasn't been that fair to brother John Cena. But what you about to say, BJ?
Oh well, Lonnie took a lot of them, because there were all a lot of great moments. I do want to speak on the Undertaker versus Undertaker. You talk about a childhood moment. I wasn't the biggest Undertaker fan, but him losing to Yoko and then disappearing, and then all of a sudden the $1 Million Man's like, nah, I got him, and I'm going to bring him back. That was a weird moment. And then all of a sudden you bring in Leslie Nielsen during the height of the Naked Gun movies. He's sitting there searching for him. And then just that spectacle of Paul Bearer in the ring with the urn and the light coming out. My memory as a child looks at that as like a great moment. Looking back at it now, it's kind of like, it wasn't too great. But at that time, that was epic. Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon ladder match, that rematch at WrestleMania 10. Yeah. You could probably say that one was the better match. Shawn won especially, which I was happy about in that degree. Lesnar winning his first world title against The Rock at SummerSlam, especially when Lesnar was running through all people.
Everybody.
Hogan, mainly
everybody.
Rock, but yeah, right? The next
we didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, I don't know. He was I don't know. He was an animal. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I remember Tony hated it.
Tony, you know it. You already know. Because he won King of the Ring that year too, ain't it?
I believe he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, well, he didn't have the best opening year because Kurt Angle still has that, but Brock Lesnar did have a great opening year. Mm-hmm. Like you said, mention the Cena matches. I like the whole concepts of the Cena matches because those were great matches, especially a match against AJ Styles. When people kept saying John Cena can't wrestle, that match was like, you guys are just wrong. All right, Cena can wrestle. Maybe it was AJ because AJ doesn't have a bad match, but that's one of my all-time favorite matches, just in a ranking system.
Right.
But yeah, those are like my biggest WrestleMania moments. I mean, SummerSlam moments.
Yo, I want to add just real quick too, because I kind of skipped the year. I didn't know if the Professor was going to say it. That's why I didn't say it. But 1993, you had the Lex Express, Lex Slam Yoko, and then you went into if it was any point in time I was disappointed that somebody didn't win a title, it was that. Because I thought, and then I recently heard Lex say on the podcast, that Vince never guaranteed him he would win it at that point in time. He said if he did do it though, it would be at the Garden, which, as we know, if you know that history, it went on to WrestleMania 10, and that's when Brett had Yoko fought 2 matches. You know what I'm saying? And then Brett ended up winning as a rematch from WrestleMania 9. But you know, I'm like that was a cool moment for me.
Real quick,
another cool moment.
Hey, real quick to that point. Did you ever see like the documentary or the whole thing with that when Lex was on the bus doing the tours? And
yeah,
how
he
Vince
wasn't into it. He wasn't into it. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I forgot what it was. Was it like a like an A&E thing?
I think it was an A&E thing because I remember I saw a clip of it because there was a scene where Luger was getting something from the buffet, and I don't know, Vince just came up weird, acting like, "Hey, big boy, how you doing?" Like that one would just stick in my mind for some reason. And also, Vince trying to talk to warehouse workers how to be ahead. But hey, what's up, Jacoby?
We got
what up, y'all?
We got wrestling royalty in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Put something down in the chat. Something real fancy for the Alabama ambassador. I mean, he's in the building. We gotta respect him. He's in the building. This time, he may or may not disappear. We don't know what type of functions we have here on the set, but I want you to know you're in good hands. You're in good hands, Alabama.
Hey, I don't know. It's good to see him. I know he got a lot of light on him right now. I can't even really see his face.
I know. I'm about. Let me fix that.
He's glowing out there. If I can add, man, some of my Kurt Angle always had a good showing at SummerSlam. Shane McMahon had some of the most memorable spots at SummerSlam. One that comes to mind is him falling way off the Raptor with Blackman. I think he just talked about that on a podcast. How Shane McMahon, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's better.
That was a good one. And of course, I could not do this without highlighting this match to me. The triple threat match was The Rock. I call him GOAT Game these days, but you may know him as Triple H. And Kurt Angle. I thought that was a really good match too. And the first ever TLC match. I mean, to kick that off in the way that it did, that was at SummerSlam 2000. So those were some of the things that stood out to me. Jacoby, we're talking about the history of SummerSlam. What you got, man?
As far as like my favorite moments, correct?
Absolutely. Favorite moments could be some matches that stood out to you. Just so you know, you may do the same thing. I want you to let you know the Undertaker versus Undertaker has already been claimed. So
I wasn't gonna mention that. So I gotta go. Well, I believe that was 92, the Wembley Stadium one. I thought just the ambiance of that show was dope. Not a lot of people talk about the Macho Man Ultimate Warrior match. They talk about the Bret Hart and British Bulldog match as they should. And
we lost them.
I would kind of throw in there a couple of things that you said, Sean. Wait till you come back on. We had a lot of firsts at SummerSlam too. You talked about the TLC, but I also want to bring to your attention a couple of firsts that happened on the same show. The Boiler Room Brawl between the Undertaker and Mankind in 1996, and that same show we saw Paul Bearer turn on the Undertaker. So you know the things are like that nature there.
Now you also saw Roman Reigns come back and he speared, and that's how he became the tribal chief. That was at SummerSlam.
Yeah. And then last year he came back and came to OTC. Ain't that something?
And then Shawn Michaels, he returned after 4 years at a SummerSlam, I believe.
2002, 2002 against Triple H. Great match, by the way. Especially for somebody who's been off for 4.5 years.
Man, you know what should have been better was the Nexus. I think because the Nexus did the 7-on-7 elimination match.
Okay. You know what? Let's talk about that for a second. The Nexus. Who was the biggest star in the Nexus anyway? Which is Wade Barrett, right?
Wade Barrett.
But I mean, what about the rest of those guys? How did it pan out for them? Do you even looking back at them? Could they have been stars? I'm not saying Cena should have squashed them, but at the same time, it's like, was that really the worst thing that happened?
Well, Heath Slater was doing all right. I mean,
so what I'm saying is not that they would be stars, but that the group probably shouldn't have been squashed by Cena, and they could have lasted a little while. I mean, they came on, I mean, putting people through tables. I mean, they were doing some crazy stuff, right? And then superhero Cena. Now I respect him for it. You know, he did his thing. But maybe they could have lasted just a little while longer. But as far as stars, I mean, the only one that stands out to me is Wade Barrett, and then the other guy, I think he went to acting. The black guy, I can't remember his name, but he went to do movies. So
Dave Otunga?
David Otunga, yeah.
Oh, David Otunga started off in reality dating, became a wrestler, and then he married Jennifer Hudson, and I don't know if he does anything. He probably does something.
Was it? He was on I Love New York, right? Was it on that?
I think it was, some VH1 show, 2 of them, I believe.
And she came off of Flavor show, right? Flavor Love, yeah.
I was really big into those shows. Those were, I'm not gonna pretend I didn't watch them. I did. I was
really big into all of them. You better not pretend you ain't watching.
I was into all of them. I love Money. I love New York. Real Chance of Love. All of it.
The Flavor Flav one was a good one. It was a good one. So okay. Well, when the Alabama, he should be back soon. But what else stand out to you guys concerning SummerSlam? Now, this is a notable one. The most appearance. Can you guys guess who had the most appearances at SummerSlam?
The Undertaker.
Who else?
About to be Randy Orton, though, if I'm not mistaken.
Who else? It's 3 of them. Who else?
Oh, well.
The Game
had the most main events.
I wish. Nah, so it's Undertaker, Randy Orton, and of course John Cena.
But let me ask you this. Because we said this, and it's true. It's true. You know, you have your Mr. and Mrs. WrestleManias. But
who's Miss WrestleMania?
Charlotte calls herself that. She calls herself that.
Oh,
I've never heard anyone call
I never heard her say that. Yeah.
Me either,
really?
yeah.
No, man, I got you can do your promo research on that one then. Because
I'm saying though, that was a singular promo, but no one ever gave her that moniker. Like,
hey,
who calls Shawn? But who calls Shawn?
Taking it wrong with it.
No, well, okay, I hear you taking it wrong with it, but I guess I could say she didn't. But okay, I'm not gonna argue it because I just didn't know that it was Charlotte. Okay,
yeah.
Still,
Brock Lesnar can be dubbed as Mr. SummerSlam, especially in this latter part of his career. But I always still believe that in the earlier part that the Hart family has a staple at SummerSlam. You look at 90, 91, 92. You can say you can make a case that 93, Brett and Doink and King and all that stuff had the best moment and match of the night, I guess. 94, of course, Brett and Owen. I mean, let's be honest. SummerSlam 93 didn't have a lot of big things going on there. It was built on Lex and Yoko. So, but what was I? 94. Then 97, of course, Heart and Soul. 95, Brett fought Isaac Yankem. So that was really, and then he went to part 96. So, but 97, and then you go about 20 years later, Natalya beats Naomi for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Yeah. And so you can say Hart family has a good staple in it. It could be a Hart family pay-per-view in a sense. But, I understand too, with Brock, the moments he's had, like both parts of his career. I mean, you fought in your first, because he was only there for like 2 SummerSlams, I believe. The first part, that was Rock and Kurt, 2002, 2003. By 2004, he wasn't with the company anymore by that time. So then you come back later, and then here we are. He's fought Triple H, John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns multiple times, Fatal 4-Ways, Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? So he's done quite a few things there. So
yeah. Definitely. Brock is, of course, an animal anyway. I mean, other than that, who else? If like an individual, you say a Hart family celebration. If you had to individualize it, it would be Bret Hart, possibly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Then
I mean,
who would you say is Mrs. WrestleMania?
Mrs. WrestleMania or SummerSlam?
SummerSlam.
I'm sorry, SummerSlam. Why do you keep saying WrestleMania? SummerSlam.
You can't wait for that Vegas show.
I mean, what? Speaking of which, I think it's gonna have to stay in Vegas because Vegas ain't getting no tourism. I think that may have to just be a permanent residency for
Vegas. I mean, their tourism has took a hit. I mean, they fire people from MGM Grand, and it's crazy out there right now.
It may have to stay in Vegas, but anyway, yeah. Sorry.
It may be too soon to tell for me. And you probably won't like this answer, but I think she's the first person to come to mind. I say Becky.
Becky.
And
no, yeah, that's fair. No, okay.
Becky Lynch.
Well, hold on. Now, I'm not, I never liked her as the man, But that's kind of where it started at SummerSlam when Charlotte won the match between her, Carmella, and Becky. Becky, because it was supposed to be Becky versus Carmella. Charlotte got added to the match, won the match. Becky shook her hand, then she turned on her. The next pay-per-view, I think they was calling it that at that time, she won the title, and then you off to the races. And then you look at her coming back and beat Bianca. Then you look at her fighting Natty. Then you look at her fighting
Bianca again.
different things that happened. So,
Oh,
Are you still there, Lonnie?
yeah, I think I cut off, but I'm here.
okay, yeah, he's there. Okay, but no, you raised a good point because Becky did have some real big matches. Becky, Charlotte, Carmella, Becky, Natalia, Becky Lynch, Bianca. What was that, like the 2-minute match or so? Yeah, because she came back. Yeah, 26 seconds. That was a 26-second match. And then you had Becky and Bianca again. And then you had Becky and Trish. Oh,
Who?
never mind. That did not happen at SummerSlam.
That didn't happen you said Becky and Trish?
Yeah, that was more so at Payback.
Yep.
Yeah, schedule 8 move to Payback. All right. But no, Becky Lynch isn't a bad pick overall. It kind of makes sense. She's 2-2 when it comes to SummerSlams. 2 wins, 2 losses, but she won the title. That's fair.
I'm just Becky Lynch. She just never just did it for me. I just never been a big Becky Lynch person, man. I just, nothing to do with her in-ring ability. I think it's stellar, but I guess her just aggravating on the mic. You know who else is aggravating me right now? That doggone Tiffany Stratton theme song is aggravating me all of a sudden.
It's not Tiffany time for you?
It's weird. It's like all of a sudden now it's just so aggravating to me.
It's no longer Tiffany time. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I was never big into Tiffany anyway. I thought it was a cool character, but I don't know. I still believe Tiffany Stratton should have won the Intercontinental or U.S. title, and Chelsea Green should have been Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Am I back on? Just on
Yeah, you back on. You back on. You went out there. What were you saying?
I think I was talking about this Becky's moment. I think we're good now. I think I kind of made a case for that already. I don't think I'm good right now.
In that case, I'll try to make a case for Charlotte. Most appearances at a SummerSlam with 7 in total, multiple title wins from 2018 and 2019 against Sasha, Becky, and a match against Rhea, I believe. I think so. That's not mentioned here. Consistently booked in title matches. Rarely misses a SummerSlam card. I mean, honestly, you could say her.
Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte could be it.
I mean, Charlotte going to go down as probably one of the. I don't know, because right now Trish Stratus probably the best female wrestler. Well, of her time, I would say is Trish Stratus.
I guess. I mean, she's the most popular.
Yeah. Lita was right up there. Jacqueline too.
Yeah.
Wasn't after they started the whole woman evolution, wasn't that their first pay-per-view, SummerSlam? Because they had like they had like the Bellas group, then Charlotte and PCB, I believe, and then they had Team Bad and all that. Wasn't SummerSlam their first show they got on main card wise?
Didn't Trish get on a SummerSlam before?
No. I mean, like, I'm talking about like Charlotte and them.
Oh.
No, that group. This that group.
I have no idea. Charlotte first SummerSlam was in 2015, so I guess that would be the case.
Yeah.
Because that was that same time frame, I believe.
Yeah.
But
you have to forgive me because that's the time I kind of stopped watching wrestling from like 2013 up until 2016. I didn't tune in.
All that was a blur for me too. Don't feel bad.
Good times.
But yeah, Charlotte might go down as probably one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time.
There's a case to be made. I mean, whether you like her or not, you can say the same for Becky to some degree. Okay. You can say Charlotte, or if I had to pick another person, we'll see what happens with Bianca.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's still pretty young for all that. It's still pretty. They still got time. It's a lot of left on those. Like what you say, there's a lot of meat left on it, right? Now,
a lot of meat on that bone.
I would say this. So SummerSlam is notoriously known for career-defining moments. Shocking heel face turns, getting a big payoff. SummerSlam is usually that particular event where we get payoff for like the first half of the year, and it catapults us into Royal Rumble and et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. So what was I see it. Okay. Well, if you can get back on Jacoby, that'll be cool, man. Whenever you can, bro, we'll be right here. What is like that one moment that just stand out to you guys before we move on and cover the SummerSlam card? I guess we talk about SmackDown too, but what's the one moment that stands out to you, like the moment, if there is?
I don't know if there's any singular moment. It's just SummerSlam as an event. Lonnie says his first favorite. Royal Rumble is mine. I think SummerSlam may be a close second in that degree. It's always been a lot of fun. I think SummerSlam might have been the first pay-per-view I saw as well, but I don't know if any singular moment. Outside, I guess what I mentioned with The Undertaker versus Undertaker, just because that was just an epic moment in my childhood. Yeah, I think that's it, really. Oh, of course, Brett Bulldog, because that was just an epic match.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I think that's Cena, AJ. Certain matches, nothing individual. I can't pick a singular moment because there's too many moments. So
It is a lot. It's a lot. I figured such.
But I'll tell you this: it's not my favorite moment, but a moment, and I have a moment that's not really nobody talks about it a lot, but I've seen enough shots on it that it became a moment for me. But I want to go back to the Bulldog Brett match real quick. If anybody got a homecoming, that probably was the greatest homecoming I ever seen. Like they brought Lennox Lewis out when this, you know.
I mean, oh yeah, well he's British. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a big fighter.
Yeah. So the whole thing with that. But a moment that stands out that came straight to mind, so like just a picture shot. Back to SummerSlam 95, and I agree with the professor. I think that SummerSlam 95 match was better than WrestleMania 10 between Shawn and Razor. When Shawn was coming out and he got up and he got on that ladder and he pointed at himself, I think he heard it. They screenshotted it a lot, and that was just, to me, that was just like an icon of like inspirational moment that I'm coming back for redemption. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man now, and that's what that meant to me when he got up on that ladder like that, because the ladder was in the aisle. And he turned it around and climbed up on it. You know what I'm saying? And that was, to me, that comes to mind a lot for me. I will also say DX. Sorry, I got DX entrance when they came on those when they fought Legacy. When they came out on those tanks and had those guys come out there like that. Yeah. So those two moments stand out the most as far as like screenshot moments, like still moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that still shot of Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. That's one that stands out to me too, man. And just the way they did the stories back then, and the build-ups and the whole video package, and just the whole fanfare that was around SummerSlam. I mean, it was equivalent to WrestleMania. Seriously was. But let's see if Mr. Boykins has something to say. I think he's chiming in here. But real quick. You see, I had this I was going to talk about. Jacoby, you there?
Jacoby, so give him a moment as he tries to get his gear together. Jacoby, can you hear me? Can you hear us?
See him. I hear him.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, but y'all breaking up real bad. I don't know how good y'all can hear me.
I hear you real good. I hear you good.
Okay.
I don't know. Y'all can hear me real good?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It sounds real clear.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it sounds clear, but I know.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, he can't hear us.
And I'm not.
No. Okay. Well, there he is.
All right.
SummerSlam.
All right, man. So let's move on. BJ, can you pull up the current SummerSlam card and let's go through that real quick?
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. Well, and other than that, go ahead and talk about the actual matches, or at least your match that you're looking forward to at this particular SummerSlam while I pull that up.
So I got a question for the room, because this is what is all signs and everything is pointing to this. I think even Stevie Wonder, he might see this as well. Everybody is saying it might be a double turn at SummerSlam. Will we see John Cena turn back to a face, and we will see Cody Rhodes turn back to a heel? My only issue with that is we still have a few extra months left. So what is John Cena going to do if he was the turn back face?
Well,
no. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. No,
I would just say this. So one thing I learned about WWE recently, we think we know what's going to happen, even though they tease it. and they just pull the curve, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a team. I mean, Cody said it on Friday. I want the Cena that runs to the ring. I want the Cena that she speaks to Stu. I want the Cena that never gives up. You know, yada yada yada. But
Yada yada yada.
but something can get, something can happen, like pulled, like something else happened, like somebody comes and maybe neither one of them turn either way, or maybe they team up. I don't know. Something happened, right? But I will say, I don't know if it was at Fanatics Fest that Cena essentially said, I'm paraphrasing, he essentially said, we just getting started, y'all. So hang on to your seats or something like that. So I don't know. I gotta wait and see on that one because everybody's saying that. I keep seeing people on the line in our community of wrestling saying, "Is this a tease?" Every week, Cody's teasing it. Cody's teasing. Last week he attacked Cena aggressively. This week he said what he wants Cena this and that. I don't know, man. It seems like it, but I don't want to get there and then next thing you know they pull the rug again. So
I mean, the more I think about it, I feel like Cody Rhodes has just learned from his last encounter with John Cena that you can't take it for granted. You cannot treat him like I'm gonna do things the right way because John Cena is not gonna do things the right way. So maybe Cody Rhodes is taking that mindset this time around. What do you think, BJ?
I mean, even if he were to attack Cena, would that make him a heel? Especially since it's a street fight now. So it's like he can attack him with anything. So you had that. Also, I agree with Lonnie. We don't know what's going to happen. And this whole talk of a double face heel turn, people, dude, that moment between Austin and Brett was like lightning in a bottle. Tell me another moment in wrestling where that happened, where you had a double turn. Maybe a historian, let me know. Was there another moment where there was a
not like turn? That? Yeah, hey, look, and you ain't gonna find one like that either.
Not like that. The fans made that one happen.
I know, right? So it's like even with that, like even if you had a manufactured one, could anyone think of a manufactured one where they tried to do it and it just failed?
The one where they turned Austin, team him up with Vince McMahon, that one wasn't so well.
Yeah, I think
let's not ever do that again. So we all know that was a mistake. So Stone Cold, he knows that too. It's an asterisk in his career. But
the fans made that one happen with Brett and Austin. So
yeah, you know why? Because I do still believe the fans turned heel on Brett. Brett didn't turn heel on the fans. Brett had enough of Austin, and as far as I'm concerned, Austin had it coming.
And not only that, how else? I mean, looking at that still shot of Austin in the sharpshooter with blood pouring down his face, like, as a fan, you're like, man, I really got to get behind this guy. He getting slaughtered.
Nah, I don't know how that. You know what? I've never. Honestly, Lonnie, you may have to explain this to me. I didn't understand how Austin had so many fans and why he was so popular. I was a big Bret Hart guy. So Bret, to me, never turned heel. Even when he went his whole Canada route and you Americans are stupid, I was like, yep, Bret has a point. So like, I don't know how he became such a heel. I've always felt like he was a face. And he was a face who was in a room full of heels.
Was that at SummerSlam?
No, that's at WrestleMania 13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I would say to answer that question, in my opinion, Austin was that first. Everybody kind of wanted to, and remember, kind of ushering in the attitude, right? Everybody like wanted to knock their boss out. Everybody wanted to give middle fingers. Everybody, you just didn't care, right? You just wanted to do whatever you want to do, and they saw that as him, right? They saw that as him, and so with that, and Bret at the time, and I like Bret Hart. Y'all know he's in my top 2-3. So at the time, they was building him as a crybaby. He was always complaining. Were they not? He was complaining. Was he not?
He was expressing grievances. That's not crying. That's like, look at this BS going on.
Listen, he eliminated Austin, I think, twice out of that Rumble. And then at the end, right before that, Austin got back in the ring and eliminated him. And he went to Vince McMahon to complain.
No, he went to Vince McMahon and expressed a grievance. He got screwed out of that. Out of that one.
Then later that night at WrestleMania 13, what did he do? What did he do at WrestleMania 13? He went out later, came to the ring right before Undertaker and Sid, and he started chopping up Shawn Michaels.
Talking about his coming either. Tell me Shawn didn't have it coming. Tell me he didn't have it coming.
He lost his smile. I'm just saying.
See, that's a shot taken.
No, that's what he said.
There's some sunny days up ahead. Is that what you're going to say next?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Am I lying? Right? He lost. He gave it the title. He won the title. And from my understanding, it was supposed to be Sean Brett in the rematch. Sean got hurt. Had to give it the title after winning it at the Rumble in San Antonio, Texas. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Here we are. He's not on the card, but he out commentating the main event. Then what happens to Brett? He gets powerbombed by Sid.
Man. But listen, Brett screwed Brett, so that's what happened.
Oh, come on.
Man,
Come on.
Brett screwed Brett.
You know what? Anyway, that man had so much hits that year. That man went to Starcade and all kind of stuff.
Did Professor Freeze? I think BJ frozen. I think he must have frozen. Ron, you still hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, cool. Man, Austin just ushered in all that attitude, man, and like you said, everybody could live vicariously through his character. So, and when you go against the boss, who isn't going to cheer for you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see. Whenever Professor get back, then we'll go into SummerSlam. But let's talk about SmackDown this past Friday. What did you think of the interaction? Pull this up here. What did you think of? Let's talk about this TLC match that's coming up at SummerSlam, which I'm excited for.
I'm excited. I think it's more of a, and I could be wrong on this, but maybe this was the plan all along to make it a big event like this and have them have all these teams because they've been kind of going at each other for months now. And maybe this is the payoff because a lot of people were saying like, why the Prophets ain't on the show here? Why these tag team titles ain't on the show or PLE rather? And so, this is always the payoff. I'm excited to see it. You heard the pop for it. I think it's gonna be on Sunday because I think that they even the card out if I'm not mistaken. I think it's gonna be good, and it's a way to get the titles. This is my personal opinion. This is a way to get the titles off the Wyatts because they don't need them.
They really don't. And it has nothing to do with them as like their actual in-ring ability because they can go. Got nothing to do with it. I just think that they need to find a story to put the Wyatts in to match that aura and the everything that come with the Wyatts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, to that point though, Sean, I was thinking about this other day. You're not going to have a lot of those Undertaker type matches these days because it's a different era. Like you're not going to see probably a bare live match or a boiler room brawl or something like that. Not even maybe a casket match. You're probably not going to see those in WWE. Because there's no character with that to make it make sense.
Right.
Because even the Wyatts with their persona, they don't necessarily talk about burying people. So you're probably not going to see those types of matches anymore. So if they do have a gimmick match like that, I don't know if it's another Funhouse match, which I still don't understand. I still don't understand.
I didn't get the point of the Funhouse match either. Maybe you guys in the comments can help us. But maybe it'd be just like a regular street fight match or last man standing, something like that. Those still happen. Hell in the Cell.
Yeah. Or they might. Well, I don't think they'll put them in a War Games match. I mean, they could, but I don't know. But yeah, that's my thing with that. I think that's going to be good for the show. Probably be the way they feel. Probably be very hard to follow. The way they feel right now. So if you have to follow them, man, you better bring it because they're gonna suck the. I think they're gonna suck the aura, if you will, out of that arena, out of that stadium because all the spots they're gonna take.
Are you talking about the match itself, the six man?
Yeah, the match itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you gotta follow that, man, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be real tough. So we got almost like a bloodline civil war happening. Just in different phases. I mean, you got Jacob, his whole squad against Jacob against the squad of what does he call himself? The My Family
MFT. My Family Tree, MFT.
So you got that going on, and then on Raw, you got the resurgence of the OG bloodline, right? That's what we can call them.
Yeah.
With Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. So it's an interesting thing how man, like the old saying is, what a year can make, right? What a difference a year can make. Here we are, and most people said that Roman Reigns actually had his first face promo recently.
Mhm.
But how do we feel about the steel cage match between Jacob Fatu and
So
Solo Sikoa?
I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not
Really?
feeling. I'm not feeling the feud right now. You know,
Okay.
it goes back to Money in the Bank when he turned on Solo. It didn't get the pop I thought it should have got, and I'm just not feeling it right now. Because every week it's like Jacob gets the best of him, as one person gets the best out of the four people. Sometimes, yeah, they make a couple of them look strong, but I just feel like Jacob get the best out of them. Jimmy comes out there, you know. I'm just not feeling it right now. I'm not saying the match won't be good because the match at Night of Champions it started off slow, then it got good,
Right.
but I'm just not feeling it right now.
Okay.
But I'm gonna watch it, obviously.
Okay.
But yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure just yet.
Yeah. And maybe because of the time frame, because everything happened so close together.
Yeah.
Maybe because of that time frame. I mean, but I guess it's basically just built up off of Jacob wanting revenge for what Solo did to him and how Solo practically used Jacob in a way. And so here
He
we
did.
are.
Ain't no
The
way he did.
Yeah,
He
the
used.
only way this could end is in a steel cage because we wasn't gonna do Hell in a Cell.
You think it's gonna end though?
No, it's not gonna end. It's not
Do
gonna
you
end.
think Jacob gets the title back?
In the comments, or Mr. Ron Crumpton says Tama Tonga might return, but I think if Tama Tonga returns, he's coming to help Jacob.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's
To that
coming.
point, because he already said my family's complete.
Yeah,
So unless he was including him without saying it, being physically there, or he forgot about him. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Tama's coming to help Jacob, if anything. But I mean, it's gonna be a hitter. It's gonna be a match.
Yeah.
But where do they go from there? I can't say right now.
Well, maybe they redo War Games with them. I don't know because they're not too far from there.
I hope not. I really
Maybe.
do hope. I hope not. I hope not. I'm just so ready for a traditional Survivor Series match, man.
Yeah, yeah, I can get that too. Maybe they should add one to this card because they're in a stadium. If I'm not mistaken, it's the first time Survivor Series been in a stadium, I believe. So
Yeah, it's gonna be in the baseball stadium though.
yeah, it's in San Diego.
I'm wondering how
So
they're gonna set that. I'm wondering how they're gonna set that up like that though.
they're gonna pack it up some kind of way, man. They got to pack it out. So
Well, because they was already doing promotion for I don't. So I think Dominic Mysterio was just with AAA somewhere.
yep,
Yeah.
he was. He's gonna be on their show. I think on August either the 14th or the 16th. He's gonna be on their show because he showed up. Is it gonna be a fatal four way with him? I think well the current Grant Monaco and I think Dragon Lee. I want to say I could be wrong on that. So yeah,
Right. Match I am looking forward to on SummerSlam. You got Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus the Judgment Day, Roxanne and
Raquel.
yeah. So I think Charlotte and them are gonna win. Just an early prediction, but
Well, they could, but you're trying to push that for Roxanne part all the way down to back to Liv when Liv comes back. So and maybe it don't have to be about titles at that point. Maybe it's gonna be about her getting with Dom. You know.
Yeah, which they haven't really showed signs of that really transpiring like that. But or if anything, in a perfect world, I would love to see Charlotte turn on Alexa and like be like, I didn't really need your help all this time. I just did this just cause. But I don't see it happening because she's getting over with the fans all of a sudden. And let me talk about you fans for a minute. Your boy Cena was right. You guys are very, very. I mean, it's just very toxic. It's weird. Just maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe last month, you guys were booing this girl, Charlotte. Now everybody loves her. It's amazing. It's amazing how that works.
That's happened historically. That's what happens with fans, man.
It's amazing.
So
It's amazing how that works.
sometimes they organically, that's how they turn people facing heel.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So organically, that's typically how some things like that happen. Like
Yeah.
Charlotte, nobody gets booed forever like that, really, unless you really like putting into it. Like old school probably, yeah.
Mhm.
But you know, Roman Reigns and John Cena, when they was kind of in the mix of that, but they was pushing them as faces, but they were getting booed. When John Cena was about to turn face, it was like, well, if you do this, we gotta stop. We gotta stop Give Kids the World.
Right.
Okay, so that was, and then Roman Reigns. What I heard, like he might get booed on the Raw or SmackDown, but at a live event throughout the week, they packed the house for him. They all about him. So I guess you got to look at it from all those different ways. But so for Charlotte now, but also to that point, one of the things you realize, especially these days and age with fans, real life stories kind of help make it more relatable too. So Charlotte
That's
went through
true.
her rough year last year, with the personal battles that she talked about having, and now maybe that's getting to some people. And of course, Evolution, that was just about celebrating women's wrestling. So
Mhm.
nobody really is gonna get booed unless it's just out of context in terms of just a heel to the face.
Mhm.
But everybody's gonna get cheered for that one because it's celebrating women's wrestling. Especially since this particular one, everybody kind of went against and said it wasn't gonna be big that weekend, which I think they delivered, over delivered at that. But
Thought it was a great
so
pay-per-view.
yeah, so you know, it's interesting. It's an interesting time. Let's say that.
So, Professor, did you get your answers? Did you get your questions answered about old Stone Cold? Did you get your question answered?
Oh no, because I mean, it still doesn't make sense to me. I hear with the whole you've been fighting the boss and all that. I get all that, but still, Brett being a heel. And I heard what you said, Brett screw Brett. I will say, I do agree with that statement. When it comes to Survivor Series, I think Brett did screw Brett. But I don't want to get into it. I want to stick on the modern Survivor Series. I mean, SummerSlam ordeal. I heard you talk about Charlotte. Let me ask y'all: do y'all think Charlotte and Alexa are going to win the titles this coming weekend?
I I feel like they will, but then I feel like what Lonnie was saying, they'll still continue the storyline because Liv has to get her payback on Roxanne. So
Okay. With that being said, how long do y'all see this Alexa Charlotte team lasting?
and that's
And if
another
there is a betrayal,
yeah.
who does it?
This is another thing I was saying was in a perfect world, me as a person that loves the whole heel dynamic, this would be the perfect time for Charlotte to be like, listen, I fooled all y'all. I don't really need Alexa to do what I got to do. This would be a perfect time to do that. I think. But anyway, to answer your question, I think it'd be Charlotte to turn on Alexa. Now,
That's kind of the story to go with anyway. With Charlotte's like, I don't need you. We're not friends,
yeah.
right? That's their whole angle anyway.
Hmm.
But you had
Hmm.
Charlotte twisting. Okay,
Yeah.
dude, Charlotte has come out and already said she doesn't want to be a heel anymore. She wants the fans to cheer her, and I
Yeah.
know that Charlotte is a better heel. Trust me,
Hmm.
I know she just is. But I think she wants to be a face. And with that being a face, I think Alexa's going to have to turn on Charlotte because the fans are cheering for Charlotte, which is something
Right.
she's kind of wanted for a while. And the
Right.
only reason they're doing it is because this thing is kind of quirky and the fans kind of like it.
Hmm.
But for Charlotte to get cheers individually, she has to be the one portrayed upon.
And and that's a good angle. It'd be something we didn't see because Alexa Bliss, she could turn into the crazy Alexa Bliss that she was with Bray Wyatt, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, from a standpoint of Charlotte, if she's a heel or a face, if she wants to be a face, I think Alexa has to turn on her. And plus, I feel like this team's going to eventually turn on
Dissolve.
themselves and dissolve eventually. Unlike A Town Down, that dissolved out of thin air.
But I don't feel like we got any answers about how they dissolve.
Oh well, no, there was answers. He got hurt, and then Waller said, "I got tired of carrying dead weight." There's a quick shot of them two arguing during another promo, like a week or two on Raw,
Hmm.
and that's it. That's all you got. You got that little shot, and then the small little word that Waller said to the New Day about how his partner was hurt and
Yeah.
want a new partner.
'Cause I
That's it.
think they were arguing while what's her name was walking through the backstage area or something like that. They was like in the distance.
Yeah, having a little
Yeah.
spat, and it's
Yeah.
like that's it. You don't get no story. I don't
Hmm.
even think we're going to get a blow off match.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you're going to get.
Right. 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 Right.
Sucks.
We talked about the Solo Sokoa Jacob Steel Cage match. Lonnie wasn't too much feeling this whole dynamic between their interaction
Oh,
since
oh, good. I'm not
since
okay.
Yeah. What do you
He's
think?
not the only one. I'm not either.
Yeah.
This isn't really doing it for me, so that's it. I don't know. I saw that Ron G commented Tama Tonga might return.
I said
Uh,
that he would help Jacob.
um, I guess so, right? Because I mean, right? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. So it's like,
Because
so what are we doing? Is this all a bloodline story? Or is this not bloodline story? What is this exactly? Like,
I
is
don't
this
know.
just a
Are we getting?
thing?
I think we get slowly getting back into bloodline stories,
Oh, that's what you
but
think? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. The only reason why I say Tama would help Jacob is because Lonnie brought it up too, which I feel the same way that Solo said his family is complete. He's got his family tree, and it doesn't include Tama. So
Okay. Well, I mean, that's how he feels. I don't know what that means for the rest of the family, such as your Jimmys and your Jays and all them and all that. But okay. Oh, I think at the end of it, Solo needs to win this one though,
mhm.
because you're coming to a point where Solo either is or isn't the threat he claims to be. So he
Right.
couldn't beat Roman, and now he brought in Jacob, and it's like, can he even beat Jacob?
Mhm.
If he can't, I don't know what to say about Solo going forward. But
Mhm.
I feel like he needs to win this one, so I got him.
So you feel like Solo needs to win?
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah, I can see why you would say that because he just won, and I mean, it don't make sense for Jacob to come and just bash his brains in a steel cage match and walk out the victor.
it's just that Solo doesn't win big matches very
Right.
often, and he
Yeah,
needs to win this big match.
this will be a big match for him.
Yeah, he
RC
only wins this
says
fucking
that
way.
the story was wasted between Waller and Theory. I don't think so.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone cared. We just wanted to see them break up. No one really cared about the story. It was more so, can they just break them up? I
And
don't know, but I mean, it would have been a good way to have Theory become a face. They could at least had a match, but Theory, I think, is actually hurt.
and they can have one later down the road because if he's actually hurt, ain't much we can do right now. They had to dissolve it, right?
Well, if
Mhm.
they do, will anyone care at that point?
I wouldn't,
Well, see,
honestly.
that's the problem. That's why
Yeah,
you. That's the issue, and that's kind of what he's saying. Ron G, that is. I get
yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
just I don't know. It is what it is. Well, Theory got hurt, and it's like, oh, they didn't. They should have pulled the trigger a long time ago. Is what they should have done. Honestly, they waited too
Right.
long.
Yeah, they did. They waited a long time. Um, cool. Oh, we did touch on the SummerSlam, the TLC match. Wanted to get your thoughts on that real quick.
Oh, um, I guess it's supposed to be a retribution to not being put on this WrestleMania card. So it's like, sorry about that. Here you go. We'll give you consolation and throw in the Wyatt Six while we're at it. That's how it feels.
Okay.
Do I think it's going to be a good match? I don't see why it won't be. Should be. Better be.
It's gonna be a Spot City, and I feel like because it's not like this is a throw together match because they all been beefing for quite some time. All those tag teams.
No, they
So
all have been. It's
yeah,
just yeah. No one's
yeah,
saying it's going to be a bad match. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Do you want me to
Let's
put the
see.
card up, or you want to
Yeah,
just
yeah, you got
scroll
because I was
down?
on old chat. That chat get me right.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I don't know. We're doing it right here.
Is that night two? Is that night one
Yeah,
or
this is
night
night
two?
one right here. So night one,
Okay.
as it stands, this is not in the actual order it's going to be in, but night one, Tiffany Stratton, Jay Cargill.
Mhm. Yeah.
How do we feel about this one? Just start here.
Which one? Yeah, Tiffany Stratton, Jay
Um,
Cargill.
Yeah, Tiffany Stratton, Jay Cargill.
Oh, you already know how I feel. This is it. Naomi's got what she deserved. Got what she deserved. All her fans are happy. We all wanted her to get her retribution. At least that's what most of the people thought like on this show, that she needed her revenge, and so she's got what she deserves. She's got her world title. She's out of the picture now. She's doing her hackling, as I call it, hackling on every show. So she's got her belt. All doors are open for Jade Cargill to walk in to New Jersey on a warm summer's night. A warm summer's night, and all the weather alerts will go off because Jade Cargill is going to bring the storm on Tiffany Stratton. Only thing that I could see happen to prevent this is if Bianca wants to turn heel.
good point. Good point.
Okay.
That might happen. Because we still don't know why Jay mad at Bianca.
Well, Jay's mad at Bianca?
Maybe we don't know why. She still is.
I wouldn't. It hasn't come out yet, Professor, but it's just the little stares. You know how women get those looks. No.
Well, let me
offense.
say this. I mentioned this on the show before. Just because Naomi won that title doesn't mean that she doesn't want to be the only one with that title. I don't know if y'all saw this recently, but Naomi put out a recent tweet. Oh, let me see if I can find it. Oh, someone just sent it to me in a text while I was trying to get my internet together. But ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised if Naomi still interferes just to piss off Jade Cargill. Be like, no, you can't be a champ. Only I'm the champ. I'm just saying, wouldn't be surprised.
But look, but Naomi, if you do that, you gotta be smart because you'll match the next night.
Yeah, I know, but listen, some people who run off emotion don't think intelligently. They just go off emotion. And that's the other thing, right? Because her match is the next night, and I'm like, Jade can seriously cost her that match, and they'll just be all the way down.
Come on now.
Yeah, she gotta think that one through.
Hey, I hear you, but I'm just saying, I won't be surprised if she still interferes. Well, that's it.
I could see for like an aha moment or like oh my god moment is for whatever reason Bianca wants to come out, cause the match, and then when we finally hear from Bianca, she's like, listen, I thought about it and I agree with Naomi.
In regards to what? That Jade was using her?
What's the thing there?
That Jade was trying to ride her coattail or whatever, however Naomi put it.
You don't remember what it was?
I don't remember.
Naomi was saying that Jade was trying to ride in. Okay, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I tell you, from day one, when everyone kept saying it could be Bianca, it never made sense to me how it could be Bianca. There's not a strong explanation to give me why Bianca would attack Jade. I don't know. That's me personally. Not to make sense. If she does, it happens, but it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Even if she says you're right, it's like, well, we were the tag champs, Bianca and whoever.
Right.
Why would you attack your partner if you're the champ? You're saying you don't need her? Then why have Naomi? It's just so many more questions than answers.
A lot of questions. But all doors are open for Jade Cargill to walk out of SummerSlam as a world champion, in my opinion.
I hear you, but I hear what you're saying. I don't want to say like just open because like Tiffany is a champ. Let's not undercut the champ coming into this.
She is. We gotta give her credit.
I don't know who I got in this one yet. Because I want to see. I may have it by Friday, depending on if they have an interaction.
Oh, but we gonna do? Come on, the audience needs to hear a prediction today.
If I had to give one, I say Tiffany keeps it.
Oh, okay.
I say Tiffany keeps it.
Why is that? Just out of curiosity.
Jay's still on to come up with it, right? She won Queen of the Ring, which is good. It don't necessarily guarantee she's gonna win the title, obviously, right? Now last year, SummerSlam that happened, both Queen and King of the Ring won. But I don't know. I think it's still gonna be Tiffany. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously, but I think Tiffany keeps it, and to continue the story. Because if maybe Bianca does cause Jade the match. So, and that kind of gives Tiffany another new challenger, and then Jade and Bianca kind of go down the road and get their rivalry going. That kind of builds up Jade some more. So next time she get a shot, maybe she'll have a little bit more behind her.
Well, what if she causes Jade the match on accident? What if it's like Professor said, Naomi comes out there, tries to interfere in the match, and Bianca comes out to stop that interference and somehow knocks into Jade or whatever, something kooky like that, and then Tiffany capitalizes on their foolishness, right?
Yeah, I see that.
But then what happens? If it's an accident, what happens?
You're working towards either a possible triple threat deal, or that could further.
No, you could work into a triple threat because you could do Jade, Bianca, and Tiffany to some degree. Because that becomes the other question. If Tiffany does retain, who will be her next opponent? because she's gone through a decent amount of people. So unless you do cause a situation where it's like a smorgasbord of events, and then Bianca does cost Jade, and Jade doesn't understand, like it was an accident, but it becomes heated, and then Jade is still like, "Hold on, Tiffany, you only won because of X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna talk to Adam Pearce or whoever I need to talk to and get my rematch or my actual match," and then all of a sudden it becomes a multi-person match. That could happen.
You could also, as far as challengers for Tiffany, I mean, she's probably fought Nia more than anybody this year, so that's pretty much done. But I say, if you unless you build somebody else up, I mean, okay, let's see what happens after this tag match with the women, right? With Charlotte and Alexa. If they don't win that match and they do one of them do turn, right, they'll probably have a little rivalry. So that could be a match down the road. But if it initially like if it had to be like, let's say, Clash of Paris or whatever's going on after that,
Right.
yeah, I don't know, because
these things are so close together.
yeah, but sometimes they do crossovers, right? They bring somebody from Raw over to try somebody. So I don't know, because
But that Raw Women's division, you look at that, you have Becky and Bailey and Lyra, but they're in the mid card when they could be in the upper card. It's like, I don't know, the women's division. I mean, you still have Oscar out there, but then you have to. Why is she fighting Tiffany?
I thought Oscar was going to fight.
I take that back.
I thought Oscar was going to fight Io at SummerSlam.
Me too. I think you have Crown Jewel.
That's
champion versus champion.
Right.
Yes, in October. That's in October.
Okay. Never mind then. Okay, never mind.
Because if Stephanie Vicure, if she wins, then she faces the winner. If it's still Naomi, she faces Naomi, right?
At Clash of Paris.
That'll be on the Raw side. Yeah, but that still doesn't answer the. See, that goes back to the Tiffany Stratton issue. Like, who does Tiffany fight? But even if Jade wins, who does Jade fight? Well, Jade can fight
anybody.
Everyone's a new challenger to her, so that'll be fine.
Well, if they decide to do rematches, I mean,
well, yeah, you could do that too.
If they decide to do that, it's so different these days. But you have to really, and another thing I think, as a matter of fact, this is what I say. If I had to wait and be like, boom, if that match opens the show, I'm gonna say Jay gonna win.
Okay.
If the match opens the show, if that's the first match on night one, the whole event itself. But you know what I really think is gonna open the show is Roman and Jay against the Bronze. That's what I really think is going to open it. But because I think Punk and Gunther are going to close it.
Yeah.
Well, you would think so. They're the World Heavyweight Championship. I will hope that the world title closes a show
versus
the
Tribal Chief. The Tribal Chief might close the show.
Oh, I don't know. That'd be maybe. Well, that's going to be interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, let's get to that. Yeah, let's get to that, actually. Let's get to Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Does this, number one, I kind of have the question now. Does this actually close the show?
Nah. It's not enough. It's not enough behind it.
Is Roman Reigns coming back? How much more do you need? Is Jey Uso showing up? They're teaming up. Roman did a yeet. Did you need anything else?
Well, but here's the thing.
Thank you. Say it again. Say it again, Professor. Say it again.
Hold on. Wait a minute, because he did a yeet. Now that makes him a main eventer. Hold on now.
Well, Roman's already a main event.
Yeah, that's not what I meant when I said it. But what I was going to say is, for that particular day, I mean, come on, Roman and the Usos opened the show in Saudi last year against Solo on them.
Yeah, okay. Well, Saudi Arabia. What was the main event that day? What was the main event? What was the main event of that one?
Crown Jewel. I think that was Cody and Gunther for the Crown Jewel. I think that was Crown Jewel.
Oh, see, that was champion versus champion. So that's circumstantial. But you make a good point to that. Okay, Gunther.
But what about this though? Let's say, because everybody's talking about it. Let's say Self's injury is a work. Let's just say it is, right? He has to come back at this point, right?
He could. I'm gonna get to that point on night 2. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, but so that's what I think. I think Gunther and Punk closes the show. Night 1, Roman and Jay may open it. And matter of fact, this is what I say, and we never really done this before. I don't think on the show. I would say Roman and Jay against the Braun's first match. Probably be Sammy and Karrion Kross next. Maybe the women's tag team titles after that. Maybe the Tiffany and Jay, then maybe the semi-main event, right? Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, since he's an attraction. Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, then Punk and Gunter.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now. I feel like you got to put that Jelly Roll in the middle of the card. So that's either match 3 or match 4. You make the women's secondary main event to the men's main event.
No, that could work too. That could work too.
It's the palate cleanser.
I think this for somebody who has to, in my opinion,
Really?
I thought the same thing about Ronda Rousey. Like, if you got to sit there and watch all these matches and you got to follow certain things, you can get in your own head.
Mm-hmm.
So they may just put him in early. You're right. It can happen too.
That's why Ronda Rousey's not wrestling right now.
I think the way it's listed right here on Wikipedia, except for the cross match, I would switch Punk from 3 to 6, and then put Karen Cross in front of the Jelly Roll match. Yep.
Yeah, that'd probably be it. Yeah, that'd be fine. All right. So in the end, just wait. So Roman and Jay are winning this, right? No question.
They're winning this. Yeah, Roman just came back, so yeah.
He's always just coming back, though. That's the thing with Roman. When is he never just coming back? He's been coming back since WrestleMania 40.
He's a tribal chief.
Oh, what is that? Okay. Roman still has. That's the other thing. I'm still not even sure. Talk about who's a face. I still don't understand why Roman's a face. He's a heel too. I don't get why the fans are cheering like he's no.
Well, listen, you already know how I feel. You know, he's a heel. Yeah, he's a heel. Yeah,
I get it. I don't get that whole thing. But moving on.
I don't get it either. But I guess because he yeeted with Jay, so you know.
Well, I mean, that's a part of it. They finally want him to do that. But let's get to that real quick celebrity match because we might as well get to it. Jelly Roll and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul and Randy Orton. I don't know who's on teams. This match is happening, though. Here's my question. Does Jelly Roll pin Drew McIntyre?
No.
No.
Oh.
No. Jelly Roll pins Logan.
Oh, you better hope so, right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What if Randy and Jelly Roll lose?
Ooh. Because I just don't see that happening. That's all I can say to that. I don't see them bringing in Jelly Roll to lose. Yeah, I don't either. Even if Randy Orton takes the pin, I don't see them bringing in Jelly Roll. Lawrence Taylor beat Bam Bam Bigelow. I am not going to quit bringing this match up in every celebrity match that happens. Yeah. Lawrence Taylor beat Bam Bam Bigelow, and Lawrence Taylor was gassed 2 minutes into that match. They had to hold that man up before his victory stands.
You know what? Hey, you know what it was? Maybe he was looking at salt and pepper too much when he walked to the ring.
Maybe he was on that stuff too much before he got
he's on that weed. Yeah.
No, that wasn't weed. Lawrence Taylor did a lot more than that. But I don't see Jelly Roll losing. No, he can't. I mean, not that he can't, but I just don't see them bringing in Jelly Roll with all the fanfare that's been around him and talking about how he's been at the Performance Center and all this stuff, training with Undertaker, just to lose. He's lost some weight.
What if they continue the story though? Like, is this a one and done? Because if this happens, Jelly Roll going back on the road, so Orton will be left for both of them.
Yeah, please let it be one and done. Listen. Bad Bunny was a one and done. That was a good one and done. I guess you guys got your wish because the company's done with your boy Travis Scott. So, well, it ain't that. No, that wasn't my wish. I didn't say fire or get rid of Travis Scott. My wish was make the ending of WrestleMania 41 better. That was my. And wish. I mean, did you see Drew McIntyre come out really savage like on Travis Scott? Yeah, that was on the Impulsive podcast. I feel like that was very much a work. But no, I mean, in the end of it, it was saying that Travis Scott was so in and out. He wouldn't commit. And he wouldn't commit. He didn't commit to the trainings. Yeah. So it's like, you got to do what you got to do. You got to move on to the next person, which I guess in this case is Jelly Roll. Yeah. All right. Well, so that match need to happen, but it needs to happen as soon as possible on that night. We don't need to drag that out and have that somewhere in the middle of the card. So. No, I wouldn't think so. What about Sammy and Karrion Kross? How are we feeling about this one?
Karrion Kross gets the victory.
Karrion Kross further, I guess, gets into the head of Sami Zayn. Okay. So Karrion Kross wins? Yeah, Karrion Kross wins. His wife, I don't know if she busted her nose or something on Raw or something happened. Oh, no, that was Karrion Kross who was bleeding.
Yeah, she bleeding.
But But
He was bleeding on her. Yeah.
they are quite. They are. Karrion Kross he's becoming a draw. He's becoming a draw.
Well, fans are cheering for. They just want to see him get a big win.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is right now. They just want to see him do something of significance, and
He
we'll
can
see where
cut
this goes for
promos.
him.
He can cut promos really well. It's just, sometimes his wrestling is kind of a little stiff, but he can cut promos really well.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but I just want to put this on the record. I have Sami Zayn winning the Rumble this year.
You did say that.
Okay.
I
I
heard
didn't
you
see him losing this match.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah.
That
You
would
said
be,
I said CM Punk. You said Sammy. So yeah,
that would be ideal. I got Braun Breaker winning the Royal Rumble.
really.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh man,
So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, Braun Breaker's a lackey. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if he has his big Dave Batista moment.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was going to. Well, we don't know if Seth's hurt. We don't know, but I thought it was going to be him getting tired of the whole lackey position and rise up against the system, and there you go.
No, I get it. That's the same thing with Batista, kind of.
Mhm.
and Seth Rollins in general with the authority.
Now that Batista moment was a moment. That was a moment.
Yeah, there's a whole thing on it out right now by
was
OSW review. But
What about? But I mean, Seth should know better because with the authority, that's taught him a lesson, right? So they used him until whatever. But Seth had plenty of groups, so it's not like it's new to him. So
well, he's been a part of groups. How many groups have he led though?
He what's that one he had with AOP and
distant memory. Wasn't that during
what's
the
the guy
pandemic?
name?
The Thunderdome.
What's the guy name? Who's married to Rhea Ripley? What's the guy name?
Oh, Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy. Yeah. So
yeah, okay, again, but I mean, even then, that was like the Monday Night Messiah. But it's like with the factions that Seth leads, they nowhere near the same success rate as the factions he's just a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's more of a good follower than a leader. That's how it comes off as.
Yeah. So Roman's more of a leader because his factions,
I guess.
I
don't know. I don't know who the leader of the Shield was.
But I want to talk about something down the road too. You're talking about Braun turning on Seth, but I want something they teased twice already, but they'll probably come back to it. They teased Cody and Seth a couple of times recently. I guess they're gonna get a pulse on this, see how the people think about it. That may happen down the road too.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna get straight to it. If Seth's cashing in, I got him cashing in on Cena and Cody. That's where I have him cashing in on because I feel like him doing that will be more impactful. It'll be the swerve that no one saw. Plus, it could be a good role for him and Roman to fight at Mania for that title.
And not only that, it'll be a one-up on your boy CM Punk because it's always about the WWE title in WWE.
Well, that's not CM Punk wins the world title. I mean,
he said he don't want Punk to do that. So what if the boys get involved with that? If it ain't Seth, what if the Brawns get involved in that match?
But then I think the sleeper in all this would be Big Bronson Reed. If it was to be the roles reversed, instead of Braun being the breakout, the one we weren't looking at all this time would be Bronson Reed.
All right. Well, there's a reason we're not looking at Bronson Reed because he don't say or do anything.
Nah.
But that monstrosity is hey man, he about business, bro.
But I hear your business.
Cashes,
but they all look like lackeys.
Yeah, for real. But if he cashes in, that'll be an oh my god moment that night because we all.
Before we get started,
I got something else I want to add.
This is night too. Hold on. Before that, I wanted to get. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to do the Gunther and Punk, but yeah, go ahead real quick.
I was just gonna say for Sunday, that I was telling Sean before I think you had lost an interconnection. Whoever has to follow that TLC match, have fun because it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's on night 2, right?
That's on night 2.
Well, it's not officially on there, but if you look at the card, it's gonna even out.
Anywhere. Yeah, it's
gonna even out. I mean, it's 6 and 6 there. 12 matches.
Okay. Well, real quick, who's winning between Gunther and CM Punk? I want to get to that real quick. Then we go to night 2. You got Gunther winning?
I'm picking Punk. What other times this year I don't have him winning the Royal Rumble. So what other opportunity would he have?
I mean, listen, you got to win. Gunther is the best wrestler in the world. CM Punk calls himself the best in the world.
We're gonna find out.
I don't know, man. This is going to be a pretty good match. Gunther is really I think at this moment, since the best wrestler retired, Gunther is the best wrestler in the world. I think CM Punk may win.
Just for the digital audience, who's the best wrestler that retired? Just for the digital audience.
Oh, Bryan Danielson.
He's a B+ player, but I see where you're going with that.
You call him B+ player, but I don't know. Everyone talks about WrestleMania 30 as a big moment. So
I really like
about All In with B Swerve is a big moment.
Yeah.
Who's the best wrestler in the world?
No. I'm just being facetious. I agree.
He's the best wrestler in the world.
Wait, what?
Well, he was the best. He ain't the best now, though. He retired.
Wait, you agree that he's the best wrestler?
I mean, outside of some of the scammy moments he's had, I mean, but he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Now that yes movement was undeniable. The yes move was undeniable, quite infectious, I must say. But yeah, he's had a lot of great memories, and I would have him up there in the same elite class as Dean Malenko, that type of level.
Yeah, as far as wrestling, it's just I don't know. When you talk about emotional moments, Bryan Danielson is a part of a lot of emotional moments. That's just the reason I say, because he knows how to bring the emotion in wrestling. But that's beyond the point. Gunther is currently the best wrestler in the world, hands down. If you can make Goldberg look decent in 15 minutes, how are you not the best wrestler in the world?
He made Goldberg look like a star.
Like I said, it made it look decent for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Goldberg shouldn't be wrestling past 5. They gave him extra 10 and then still cut off his speech.
Yeah, I mean,
real quick, to that point, should Goldberg last match been a pay-per-view?
No, it shouldn't have been no pay-per-view.
Oh my God.
He's in the Hall of Fame already.
It's Goldberg though? Why shouldn't his last match have been a pay-per-view match? It's Goldberg. I get it was in Atlanta. I get it was Saturday night's main event, but dude, it's still Goldberg.
But then you knew about it months in advance. They talked about that since January. That this was going to happen.
Yeah, I know, but still, they could have planned a pay-per-view event.
Guess what?
Any of them, just any pay-per-view. My point is, he should have had a pay-per-view final match, even if it wasn't for the world title.
I got something to add to that. Then, rumor has it that Cena's last match is going to be a Saturday night main event.
All right, well, that's John Cena. He's having a whole retirement tour. Like, he's having a dedicated tour towards him.
I'm talking about
plus, they also gave him the title, by the way. So it's not the same, but I hear you.
But it's not the same because he broke records. Goldberg went another title with the broken record. So
let's not sit here and act like everybody was ready to see Goldberg have a match.
No, it ain't about It's not even about that. When it was announced,
no one wanted to know. It was like, oh, another Goldberg match.
I hear you. But at the same time, look, I can't act like the 90s Lana, refresh my memory. When they had that WrestleMania match, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar the first time, was it the speculation it should have been Goldberg and Stone Cold?
Yeah, but Stone Cold wasn't physically wrestling at that time.
No. I don't know about that. Beyond the point. I'm talking about what the ethos was saying. It should have been them. You know why? Because they were the biggest faces in wrestling at a point.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So it's like that's my thing. That's the reason why I feel like Goldberg, at the very least, should have got a pay-per-view match. Even if it was the opener, he should have got a pay-per-view match. But
me personally, I would have been happy either way, whether Saturday night's main event or PLE. Obviously, we got the Saturday night's main event in his hometown. So I understand that. So either way, I'm fine. So I just think for him, I wasn't in the room, so I'm not going to act like I was. But I just feel you kind of tainted on it, based on, because now you're saying these things. And now when people look at it now, it's like, well, he said this afterwards now. I guess for him, again, we're going to get down the road on it because, he's going to get on down the road. I'm just saying, but if he did that, and I guess we're going to find out probably a week, about a couple of days now, his contract's over. Maybe it's over now.
He's supposed to be coming out.
I don't know. So it's kind of like Rick, he retired, and then like a couple of days later, you're happy. TNA. Yeah, a lot of people were happy for him, and then not a lot of people. Like me, I still like Goldberg, but he gonna, whatever he come out and say, people gonna take it. They're gonna run with it. Whatever he says, they're gonna take it and run with it. You know how it is. So I'm just happy he had a retirement match as a fan, and I just leave it at that.
Okay.
I like the fact that because like you said, 2 weeks from now we're gonna find out whatever it is, and then he might join AEW or something to have the match that he
Tony
desires.
Khan's not signing him.
And
Tony Khan's not doing that.
But my thing is this: if you felt that way, like anybody else, or any other time, he should have just been like, "Well, hey, I'm not showing up" or whatever. But I guess that would have been breach contract. We don't know what that would have looked like. But I'm saying, for him to say what he said, like, is that was his expectations? Then maybe, could he have fought a little harder for his expectations?
No, I don't know, because in the end of it, look, WWE doesn't treat those WCW stars well. Sting's last match, DDP's last match. The only one who went out well was probably Flair, and even then, Flair, he kind of came back. But Flair also had to run the WWF.
But then Flair's, they went. I hate to say it like this.
What is Sting though? Well, Sting.
No,
Sting a bad.
No discredit to Sting.
No, but that's the thing they did. They gave him a bad final match. Like that WrestleMania match against Triple H. Why was the NWO coming out to help Sting?
That wasn't his final match though. Hold on, that wasn't his final match though.
Oh, okay. Even that wasn't his final match. That was still a bad representation of what Sting was.
Let's not act like we never want to see NWO versus DX in some capacity though.
But that doesn't make sense for them to come out and help Sting. Like kayfabe, that made no sense.
But it was called the Monday Night War, not the NWO and this Sting versus.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, NWO was around to do what? Take out WCW. It was also believed. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, remember when Kevin Nash showed up? How was that interpreted?
But look, watch this though.
That was interpreted as he was part of WWF.
But even though even though that's very accurate, right? To that point, we know we watched it at that time. Let's not forget DX showed up in Nitro. They called out everybody.
They did. And you know what? Eric Bischoff called out Vince McMahon for a match at a pay-per-view. It was like a slamboree.
I remember that distraction.
Exactly. That was just a lot of what was going on at the time. But in the realm of that was, mind you, that's outside of kayfabe. I'm speaking again in the realm of kayfabe. NWO wanted nothing to do with Sting. Sting wanted nothing to do with NWO.
Well, Sting ended up joining the Wolfpack. He ended up joining the Wolfpack, ain't it?
That wasn't the NWO black and white.
Remember,
do you know why he joined the Wolfpack? You know why? Because Luger requested and begged him and pleaded him to join. Sting was reluctant, but he did finally join.
Mm-hmm. And that was a mistake.
He did what pretty much everybody ended up joining some variation of NWO.
Sting was part of the NWO at one point, but he only got in just so that he could beat him up from the inside. And oh god, I do want to have this whole discussion about NWO because I saw that whole year. That is a fascinating run in WCW. Sting joining the NWO was almost legit, especially how WCW turned their back on Sting. But that's beyond the point. The point is Goldberg probably should have had a preview match.
But Goldberg.
Let me just say this real quick. When we talk about WCW, we have to talk about how it took this whole 15, 16-month build-up to Starrcade 97 was a wash. We had to talk about that at some point when we talk about WCW because the way it ended, it's just the way it ended. It's just the way it ended. You took about 16 months to build that.
Yeah.
And when you finally got to it,
you kind of ruined it. And Bret Hart was part of that, and I hated it. But that's actually where I started from. I started from that and went all the way to Starrcade 98. And then after that to the Finger Poke of Doom. Still great wrestling. Ravens Flock, totally missed opportunity of a faction. But
absolutely.
Is that me?
That's your phone?
That's my
I guess we should go to night 2, gentlemen, because we probably went way off the rails there.
Yeah, that's true. There we go. Night 2. We're here. I got you. Night 2. Sorry about that.
No worries.
That was my fault.
We were talking about the cash in, right? I want to throw this
because
out.
I
want to throw this out at you.
Gotcha.
See what you think. It might be a Final Boss sighting in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Well, I hear you.
The only reason why I say that is one thing. The Rock, he recently had a video with Jelly Roll, and they was complimenting him on his all the weight he's lost, which he has lost a lot of weight.
He has lost weight.
And then there's rumblings about Cody Rhodes wearing the Rock's Rolex, or the Rolex that was, the gift exchange they had. He had on those glasses in the bus.
Predictable.
And the fact that Travis Scott is on the outs with the company, and if you were trying to do something with John Cena becoming a face again, this would all make sense. and this would be a way to, I guess, close that chapter or whatever that was at WrestleMania.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah.
this is my take on that real quick, Sean.
Yeah.
If we're going to get Roman and Rock, it needs to be next year.
Yeah. But I thought that ship had sailed, really.
And that's exactly my point, though. Because if you keep waiting on it, you're going to lose interest. If you haven't already.
Well, then what does that have to do with Cena and Cody then?
Well, The Rock comes. Well, they got time to get to WrestleMania. They can always build it up in between. Like Roman can start going back for his title. Like, I want my title back, that type of thing, And go from there. Or maybe Seth is The Rock's guy.
Well, then, okay, I guess. See, this is the reason why you keep The Rock out of this stuff. Because it muddies up the water and it ruins so many storylines. It's just the truth. Because now we got to figure out how we're going to add him in and create certain stories. You remember how The Rock interfered in WrestleMania 40? And then it's like, Rock, we're not doing you and Roman right now. We're doing Cody because he won the Rumble. And then they had to squeeze him in. You remember how The Rock all of a sudden came in after Bad Blood and did the whole neck 1, 2, 3, and it led to absolutely nothing. The Rock has a problem with wanting to be a part of stuff, but having nothing to do with it, and then thinking he belongs in there. The only difference between him and Rikishi is that The Rock has pull, because Rikishi would have done the same thing if he had the pull. This is why you keep him out of it.
Rikishi been wanting to get in.
Yeah, right? He did. But this is why you keep The Rock out of it, because follow-through is the biggest issue. I mean, WrestleMania 40 was an exception, and that was a one-time event, apparently, because ever since then, follow-through has been the worst thing going on with The Rock. He shows up, but nothing follow-throughs. And then we got to sit here and keep speculating and guessing. And then the speculating and guessing sounds ridiculous. And then people book themselves into a hole. But it's like, because The Rock didn't show up or do anything. And it's like, no, this whole discussion is why you keep The Rock out of it. Because if he's supposed to fight Roman, then how he's going to do that with Cena and Cody? Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Well, why do you have to figure it out when you already have story with these people anyway? Quit trying to throw someone in it that has nothing to do with it.
Well, he does have story. He has story with everybody, all those guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't follow through. So it's like, he had the sole thing with Cody and Cena, horrible follow through. We know that the Rock and Roman thing is about the tribal chief, but that really is kind of not even been follow through because I don't know, Ulafala or not. Where does Jay fall into this tribal chief discussion? The man was just a world champion.
That don't mean he's the tribal chief.
How is he not though? That's still the point. How is he not if that's a part of it?
I thought the Ulafala was a part of that whole tribal chief.
Okay, well, if the Ulafala is part of it, then we can recognize that Solo was actually a tribal chief then?
I think we can.
Well, hold on.
That's why Roman's the original tribal chief.
Hold on. Remember,
how was he the original tribal chief when he got okay? Because there was tribal chiefs before him, but go ahead, Lonnie.
Let me ask. Maybe this answers your question.
Okay.
During the pandemic era, Alpha and Sika put the Ulafala on Roman.
Yep. They did.
Nobody put that on Solo. He took it.
That's true.
Okay. So, but wait a minute. Well, if they put it on him, then why was Roman having to go through matches to get it? That was going to be the follow-up.
Because he wouldn't give it back.
You have a payoff. So you have a payoff.
Oh, see, this is why. No, I hear you. I feel like the Bloodline story is over anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really do much of that. So I don't know. If you do Rock Roman, God bless you.
Well, the Bloodline story trying to get his over. They just got the My Family Tree now.
But I mean, all that aside, this match between Cody and John Cena, I don't know who I got winning right now.
No, I got Cody winning.
Me too.
He might not win, but that's what I got.
Yeah, Cody.
Yeah.
I just don't see what the point is to have John Cena lose, and he's got like 3-4 months left.
Because it was just to break the record. That was the only reason he won in the first place. Like Lonnie mentioned, it was just to break the record.
But not to mention, his 16th title win only lasted 14 days.
That's true.
Yeah, because Bray Wyatt beat him in Elimination Chamber.
Because if John was to win and beat Cody in a street fight match, and he beat him at Mania, that might send Cody over the edge.
Is that what you want?
That would be ideal in my opinion.
So you want Cody to be a heel?
I think Cody's going to be a great heel.
Well, who's a face though? Like that's the reason why Cody isn't a heel is the same reason why people said Stone Cold shouldn't have been a heel because he was the face of the company.
Right.
I mean, granted, you have Roman, but Roman is a tweener at best.
Now, this is what I wanted. I wanted to bring this up. I'm glad we're on this topic because,
let me get out of this.
like I said in a group message, I don't know if I posted or what, but you can feel when Roman's gone, right? You can feel when Roman's gone.
No,
When Cody was gone for whatever time it was, I mean, you thought about it, but you didn't feel it to the magnitude that you felt when Roman's gone.
What does Roman do when he's around?
What do you mean? What does he do? What is it? What do
I
you
mean,
mean?
like, honestly, like, I felt more complete when Cody came back. I'll give you that. When Cody was gone, and it felt weird. There was a void for me. When Cody came back, it felt like the void was kind of full. Like, okay, there's a hero. Well, Roman, I feel like people just want him to come back because of all this Samoan talk. You know, Solo doing this, Jacob doing that, Jay doing this. But I mean, I don't know. What does Roman do?
Well, let me answer it this way then. This is what I think. Historically, right? Let's think about WWE's booking over the years. They always booked an attraction. They always booked somebody to be an attraction. Andre, Hogan, who else? Oh, I guess we skip all the way to Roman at this point.
Undertaker.
Well, wait a minute. So yeah, Undertaker. You're gonna miss Stone Cold? Were they not attractions?
But Stone Cold was still weekly.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, they always book an attraction. These people were like the Stone Colds. They were there weekly.
They show up. Okay, you talking about people who show up periodically?
Yeah. So they always booked an attraction.
Okay.
Because maybe because they didn't want like, okay, watch this. I think they're trying to do the same thing with Omos. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen Omos in like 2-3 years.
No,
so that's a hell of an attraction.
Word is, they said they got him on some big plans in the future.
No, I hear you, but I mean, I need to see some plans today.
So
like almost company.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying though. Like you have those, like okay, to your point, the Undertaker when he like the latter part of his year, he only showed up like for WrestleMania. That's it.
Yeah,
you knew the Undertaker was going to show up. That's one of your reasons for watching Mania, right? You knew he's going to show up because he only came like that once a year at a certain point, like the latter part of his career. So now it's like okay, so you always had an attraction booking with WWE. There was always somebody. Roman's come out and said that he only has about 1 or 2 years left of wrestling or whatever the case may be. So you know he's not going to always be there now, right? So, and we're probably halfway through that now. So, so when he comes, he's an attraction. He does what he's supposed to do. He's not going to top having the title for 4 years. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Like, you're not going to top that. And then nobody, in my opinion, is going to break Bruno Sammartino's numbers. So that's why I think it's not going to happen. 2,000 days or something like that.
Yeah.
So you have this attraction, right? So
it's way too long.
I don't think I think he didn't hit the peak of as far as the title reign of having it that long. But not saying he won't get the title again, but I'm saying like he won't have it that long again. So
okay, no, that's fair. I get you. Roman, I guess, is an attraction because he does pop up periodically here and there. I guess. I don't know. I guess. That's all I can say.
I hope that answers the question. I mean, if you say what does he do, he just does what he's supposed to do.
That's true. That answers that question. As far as what does he do? Granted, it's just since he's to that point, it's like, well, okay, is he still the face of the company or is it just Cody? Because even with those attractions, Undertaker was never the face of the company. Brock was an attraction. He wasn't the face. Andre was for a temporary period, but that was just so that Hogan could be put over by him. Hogan became that attraction, but Hogan is an exception. Rest in peace.
I would say this. I would say this to answer your question because it's always this is a debate right now. Who's the face, Cody or Roman? Cody or Roman? Cody or Roman?
That's the debate. That's the
debate.
Now,
so
this is the thing.
Cody got that allure with he's a baby face and he's got the whole appeal with the fan base and the kids, especially the kids. But then when you look at Roman, he's like a transcendent figure in my opinion. This is the guy that I would have never had on. I did not have on my bingo card to be what he is right now, right? So I didn't see that one coming. And I mean, when I heard his pop on that Raw when he came back, I mean, granted, we ain't seen him in a while, but I just felt like that was we was looking at a different moment. And we were looking at a different two sides of the coin. You got Cody, and then you got Roman Reigns. I'm like, Roman Reigns is the draw. Cody.
Let me ask you this question. Out of curiosity, did you see the same thing out of Cody being the star he is right now?
Did I
At
see
any
the same
point.
thing? At any point? I mean, he now. Let me see.
Well, let me say it like this.
Yeah,
Before
I
why
don't
he's
know,
thinking
bro.
about that?
I
Why
don't
he's
know.
thinking about that? I'm gonna say it like this. When Cody left AEW, he was getting booed from the guts of people.
Do you know why?
Yeah, well, one of the reasons why from my understanding, because I wasn't watching on a regular basis, from my understanding, they wanted him to turn heel. He wanted to do it.
Yeah, he was being very meta, and it was annoying, and it was horrible booking.
Yeah. But then, fast forward about a month or two later, from that point on, he was getting cheered until recently.
He's still getting cheered. You know what
I said until recently, meaning there's some boos coming out, loved a little bit more. Than look at WrestleMania this year. My goodness, the man just finished his story a year later.
I know, but I think that might have been a whole Cena thing because there's people who was in that crowd like, nah, we want to see Cena get that 17.
Yeah. But so what I'm saying is now, so if I had answered the question, if you're talking about a face, it's kind of like a catch 22 because the face shows up every week, but at the same time, when the guy comes back, like all attention on him. So now the smart booking is you got both of them on separate shows now.
Yeah, they're not even on the same show, so just like don't even make it an issue.
Yeah,
one's on Raw, one's on SmackDown, so it works out.
Yeah,
one's in the title picture, one's getting himself reacclimated back into the roster of things. Well, does Roman win another championship? You say he ain't gonna have the same type of reign, but does he win another title?
Maybe one more.
I see him maybe
one more.
Maybe winning one more. I don't have all the data right now to say why I feel the way I feel about Roman Reigns being over than Cody, but only time will tell.
Okay, all right. I don't know. Just like I said, it's a discussion, something to talk about. Things I'm just curious about. I mean, I'm not the biggest Roman fan. I like the Tribal Chief story. I like what it did for Jey Uso. That's another part of this, kayfabe wise. I don't understand why Jey is so hyped up to join teams with Roman. It's like Roman's, I don't know. It goes back to those Survivor Series war games. Why did they all just make up so easily? Those 4 to 5 years of storytelling, just like it went down the drain because we had to have a moment. That was very Game of Thrones of them to do that.
Well, I think I said it. I got Cody winning too. At the end of the day.
Oh, so yeah. I guess I got Cody winning.
Oh, you got Cody winning. Okay.
Cody
All
winning.
Right. Well, that was the original topic. Back to the actual screen, though. As we go to the next match.
That was very therapeutic, ladies and gentlemen.
There was a lot to go through on that one. I like how we got to that. So next up, we had the triple threat: Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky.
Naomi
in this one.
Naomi winning. Come on.
Ooh.
I got Rhea Ripley.
Io and Rhea don't need the title right now. Maybe down the road, but right now they don't need it.
Let me say this real quick. You have Crown Jewel happening in Perth. No, it's in Perth, Australia, right?
Australia, yeah.
Do we not see Rhea Ripley walking into Australia as not a champion?
No, that's why I got her winning that SummerSlam.
Well, personally, I just want Naomi to get a lick back on Jay. So if Jay wins, then there you go. Rhea Ripley going to listen. With or without the title, Rhea's going to the house. They're going to thank Rhea for the house. They're going to thank Rhea for the house.
What lick back you talking about? What lick back?
Man, Naomi ain't beat Jay yet.
I mean, who fault is that?
I'm not the one in the writing room, bro.
No, I don't say that. But no, I get what you're saying. That's why honestly we all kind of figured what happened was that Naomi would cash in against Jade and Tiffany, I guess.
Yeah, but
and
that's
in
not
that way that builds into their match. And then I felt Naomi would have won that third match, which would have been for the title. By hook or by crook, she would have won. But we're not here though. Now we're in a different lane. So it's like, I don't know. I can see Naomi walking out with this. It's just really difficult seeing how popular Rhea is, not to give her a title, whether she needs it or not. Sometimes it ain't about whether or not the wrestler needs a title. Sometimes it's just whether or not the title needs the wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying that it needs a Rhea, but I won't be surprised if WWE's thinking it might need Rhea.
Right.
Then
I got Naomi winning.
Yeah, I got Naomi winning too, because otherwise that's like why cash in so soon?
Yeah,
that's
exactly,
the case.
right? I got Naomi winning because she's doing great work. She's probably doing the best heel work. No, she's doing the best work of her career.
Yeah.
I want to see this continue. I want to see this ride out. Although by Perth, I don't know if she'll be champion by then. She might lose it before then because I don't know if Rhea Ripley's walking into Perth without a belt.
That could be true. But
And
but there are inklings that people, that inklings talking about people want to see Rhea and Stephanie Bakir. So that who knows? Anyway,
but she could do that without a title, really.
yeah, they could.
They could.
But that's that. If you're looking at that, that's money on paper, man.
Io Sky is still a sleeper. We always seen she's still a sleeper.
No. I'm not sleeping on her.
No.
But she just lost the title. I don't think she's going to get it back just that quickly.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind if Io wins.
Let's not forget.
I think Naomi wins this one too.
Yeah,
I'm just cheering for Naomi.
Yeah. Io. I mean, Io. The last two WrestleManias, Io winning the champion. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, she did win.
One or two. One of two of them, but yeah.
All right. So we got that. All right. Next up on the docket here, let me go ahead and pull the list back up again. You have Rebecca Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria.
This is
versus the Bird Lady.
Bird Lady. Yep, Bird Lady instead of Bird.
I got because if Lynch wins, Lyra doesn't get another title shot.
That's right. Valkyria no longer can challenge for the championship as long as Becky is a champion. Stipulation. I guess we should just talk about the stipulations.
I got Lyra winning.
Yeah, we left out we left out quite a few stipulations on these other ones.
I got Lyra winning. Lyra winning. Yeah. And because of Bayley, probably.
I don't know.
Oh, let me tell you something. So yeah, this is no disqualification, no count out, last chance match.
Why would they do that?
These two should have had a last woman standing match, but I actually have Lyra losing because here's the reality. Lyra is doing all of this to be elevated to that next level, right? She was already in the King of the Ring finals, lost it to Nia. They gave her the first Intercontinental Championship. Now it's time for the next phase. In order to get to that next phase, you kind of have to get out of this phase. And I think this would be a good way to get her out because Becky can still hold it, lose it to someone else to put them over, and then Lyra can go for it later. But I think this is just to help elevate Lyra to the next level. I got Becky winning.
Well said. And I'm glad you said that because that jogged my memory because I don't see Lyra winning this one strictly for that reason alone. To get her into a world title picture inside the women's division. So now, but Bayley's still the wild card. Because all granted, I mean Bayley's. I mean, shoot, she could be world champion right now, really, or in the world title mix, in the mix of it. So
she's a very decorated individual. I think she's won everything except the Intercontinental title.
Yep, Lyra Valkyria. What a blessing this has been for her to, because all before I was like, man, what? She's got the Intercontinental title. Why? Becky was a godsend to her. I mean, this put her on a whole nother stratosphere. Now we put eyes on her. Now I'm like, okay, I see why she might have had the Intercontinental title.
She's a good wrestler.
She is a good wrestler. I just wasn't following her like that in the beginning.
All right, so next up, officially, we can go ahead and talk about Solo and Jacob Fatu. I think we talked about this. I mentioned this before.
We did.
Okay.
We did.
Okay, never mind then. Dominic and AJ Styles. Apparently, Dominic is cleared, ladies and gentlemen. We can finally have this match. With all of that being said, does AJ even win?
Let me say this. If Dominic wasn't cleared on Monday, he definitely cleared now because he went to AAA and called some racket.
Right.
So,
that's true. He did.
Yep.
So, and with that being said, AJ Styles.
Oh, you got AJ winning.
Hey, you can call it riding off the highway, but returning to TNA. You can call it whatever you want. I got AJ winning, and I hope he does.
Wow. I like how confident you said that. You know what? I'm about to pick AJ too. You said that so bravely. You know, I can't pick against AJ Styles. He's still phenomenal to me. He was the best wrestler in the world at one point.
Yep. I got Dirty Dom pulling out some Dirty Dom tricks and holding on to this belt.
Yeah, I can see that too, though, because it is Judgment Day, right? They're gonna find a way to walk out with these titles
all the time.
To that point, did we actually mention the Becky and not Becky, the Charlotte?
Oh, well, we talked about it.
Okay.
You know, we were talking about if Charlotte, who was the turn on each other.
Oh yeah, we did get that whole thing. Yeah, we did. Oh
But
yeah,
we
we
never
did
said
actually
who
talk
won in
about
the
who
match,
win.
though.
Judgment Day.
Not officially. Judgment Day.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
You got Judgment Day too, Sean?
I got Judgment Day. Yeah,
I want to pick Judgment Day, but a part of me is like, they did not just put Charlotte and Alexa together for nothing.
to lose, right? Again,
I don't know. Maybe not. I feel like they might. I'm gonna reluctantly pick Charlotte and Alexa to win. Although I think Judgment Day should keep it because I think it still goes better, especially when Liv comes back.
well, because Roxanne is the wild card in this whole storyline. Because Liv is gonna come back for that retribution.
Ideally, right? It's just
Yeah.
the question is, how long is Liv really going to be out for? If she's going to be out for a while, then they will have to lose those titles.
Yeah,
I think she may be back at least by Rumble, maybe.
Oh, Rumble!
I don't. I can't.
Oh,
I can't. I
my
can't. I
God.
can't really.
Oh,
I can't-
I'll put it like
can't
this:
really-
if it is Rumble, oh, they got to lose those championships. Tell me
Mhm.
something like October. Then no, actually, it needs to be September. But I don't know.
Well, we'll see
Okay.
because they have to sell out a baseball stadium for Survivor Series too. So
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll
wow.
see.
Lastly, we got the 6-man tables, ladders, chairs match.
Oh my.
It's featuring Fraxium, Motor City Machine Gun, Street Profits, Wyatt Six, Andrade and Ray Phoenix, DIY. Why is Andrade and Ray Phoenix a team? That's okay. I didn't know that. Who we got winning that one?
I got the Profits. I got the Street Profits.
I would like for the Profits to win. It's just the title reign was so dry. So for me, I'm gonna go with Fraxium.
I'm
I'm gonna call it a wild card and go with Fraxium.
You go with Fraction? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Profits winning, but I can't wait for Montez to get into the singles picture.
Yeah. I could just flip a coin. I feel like no matter, it's really a spin a wheel. Whoever it lands on, they can win. There's no real favorite. This would just be picking who you like. And I'm just gonna pick who I like. So I'm gonna pick the Street Profits because I like the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Well, can you call them and tell them to bring back their old theme song?
Oh, I wish, but no, they're gonna run with that. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna pick the Profits, but my wild card is gonna be Andrade and Ray Phoenix. That's
Fair
my
enough.
wild card.
You said Andrade and Ray Phoenix?
Yeah, that's my wild card pick. That's
That's
not my official pick though. That's just gonna be the one to be like, doggone it, I should have picked them.
Who else is in it? You got Fraction.
You have the YS6, DIY, Fraxium, Machine Gun Kellys,
Machine Gun.
Oh my
and
goodness.
the Street Profits.
I got the Machine Guns as my wild card.
All right, that's fair.
I got Fraxium because I believe Fraxium and Machine Gun. I'm about to say Machine Gun Killer. The Motor City Machine Guns will tear the house down. Just in a regular tag match.
Who do you have as your wild card pick? You got your official pick. Who do you have as like, man, maybe I should have picked them too?
Motor City.
Oh,
Motor
you got
City.
them? All right,
Yep.
that's fair.
Motor City.
That's fair. All right,
Because
that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's SummerSlam.
I told Sean just real quick to kind of close that. I just think that'll be the only way you can really get the Wyatts to lose the title because they don't need them.
Well, Wyatt 6 needs something.
Attraction booking.
Oh, they need something. Wyatt 6 ain't doing much of anything.
But yeah, they need to find somebody to feud with. The Final Testament is no more, so they need to find somebody to, as a group, to
It should
feud
be
with. I
Judgment
guess
Day.
the tag team division.
It really
That
should be the
could be it.
Judgment Day.
They
Yeah.
could. That could be it. You know.
Well, I mean, if the Judgment Day was like the Edge Judgment Day, a little bit more,
No, they can still even with
No,
this
no,
Judgment
they
Day
did-
because this
no,
was
they
like
did pretty good because with
Before-
Damien and Rhea was good. Look.
what okay, maybe again, I live in the realm of kayfabe, so I only speak from that perspective when it comes to wrestling. Wasn't the Wyatt 6 originally here to kind of get retribution to people who betrayed friends and teammates?
that's
Mhm.
how,
Wasn't that their whole thing against Chad Gable for like a brief moment?
that's what it looked like. That was we never really got that per se, like out of their mouth, but that's what the story that's what it was looking like. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, why not Judgment Day? 'Cause especially since Finn is such an instigator
Hey,
and their history of betraying people from R-Truth, Edge, Damien, Rhea. You want me to keep going?
But
Yeah.
but speaking of which, ain't it about time for Dirty Don to get a new girlfriend? I mean, SummerSlam last year, he got.
Wow. From the mouth of a married man.
Hey, I'm just saying what happened on TV. It's about time. Hey, look. Hey, is it ironic that last year he turned on Rhea at SummerSlam, and then now he's having to choose between another woman right now on TV?
He ain't
And
having
on
to choose
SummerSlam?
anything. No, this ain't.
Oh,
He ain't got to make no choices. There ain't no
look what
choices he has to
look
make.
what Finn's doing. Look what Finn's doing.
Yeah, look
Instigator.
what Finn. I'm glad you point that out. Look what Finn is doing because it
Didn't he
is
do that
Finn's
last year
fault.
too? Didn't he do that last year too? Remember the
No.
hotel key? Remember the
Okay.
hotel key
First
situation?
of all,
Hotel key.
hold on a second. Okay,
You
so
remember the
Rhea,
hotel key?
okay, I remember that, but you know what? Let's be real about something. Rhea was not the right person for Dom. All right, it was
Absolutely
Liv.
not.
That should have been a thing because Rhea, if you remember how they got together, I mean, that was just borderline SA.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying, but it was one of those things again where it's like Paul Heyman turned on Roman. No, he didn't. Paul Heyman did the right thing for Paul Heyman. Dominic turned on Rhea. I guess you could say that, but really, he kind of probably did the right thing for Dom. Now, in this case of Liv, if he proceeds to try to pursue Raquel, yeah, Dom's in the wrong. 100%.
No, I don't think he's gonna do that.
I
was
don't know.
talking more about Roxanne, but
Roxanne.
hey,
Did I say Raquel?
yeah,
What did I
You
say,
you
said
did.
Raquel.
Oh, they're all
You
the
did.
same. Too many. Okay, let me stop.
Only thing Dom got to do right now is keep that Intercontinental title right now, because he really ain't got no real options right now. So,
Did you hear my speech? He gonna lose.
he's not losing. He's not losing. He's not losing.
Oh, that
But-
dude is phenomenal, though.
So, but will AJ Styles get the world title on the way out before he retires?
No, probably not.
Probably not. If he does get the TNA World Title, they seem to just put that on anybody.
The trick and Nate.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's that SummerSlam card. We want to know down in the comments, what do you guys think for early predictions? Our predictions may change depending on what happens on Monday Night Raw and the days following ahead. You know, God forbid.
Yeah.
Maybe Seth Rollins is really working us all. He could really show up at SummerSlam. We can't wait to see. Fellas, what's your final thoughts on today's episode?
Oh, Summerfest. Can't wait for next year's Summerfest. Let's go
I can't wait either.
Summerfest. I'm good, man. I just want to add, if I can, I want to talk about Hogan for a quick minute, if I can. I didn't get a chance to do that.
Oh yeah.
Growing up, Hulkamaniac. So when I first heard it, I think BJ was the one that sent it to our group. First heard it. I didn't know. I was at work. I was working very fast that day, so I didn't. I was like, wow. So I didn't even know because I just heard he was fine. I think Jimmy Hart just said he was fine. I think he talked to somebody. I don't know who it was. And then next thing I know, that comes out. So personally, from me, yeah, it's definitely a loss in the wrestling community. Everybody's done said, you know, how much he's contributing. We all know how iconic he is. Me personally, I'll say this is me. I know there were some things that happened, but I'm past that as well in my life personally. I'm past that. I'm not going to hold on to that. As a matter of fact, if I saw him, I'd shake his hand. But the thing is, honestly, thank you for the memories, Hogan. I hope to his family, if this happened to get out to your family, our condolences here from Champions Corner. And yeah, thank you for the memories. Thank God for you, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, when I heard the news, it was definitely like, man, you know, you felt like because I mean, you grew up with Hogan, you know, memories stood out to you, like the NWO, you know, the turn of the century, you know, pretty much, in my opinion. I mean, that term pretty much sparked everything for the Attitude Era. I mean, had it not been for that moment, and you know, just Hogan throughout the years is what I remember. And man, what a loss inside of the professional wrestling community. What a loss. And I mean, you know, everything else that went on with Hogan, you know, it's nothing that I can personally speak on for, you know, firsthand. But all I can speak on is the contributions he's made to the wrestling community. So, man, it's a big loss. And you know, we all got to head that way one day, man. But you hate to always hear it so unexpectedly. I think because a week prior to that, I heard that he might have been or wasn't in the hospital, kind of wasn't confirmed or whatever like that. He had something going on. But man, what a tragedy, what a loss, and but what a good in-ring legacy, I say. Absolutely.
Yep.
But we want to know in the comment section, what do you guys think? What's a Hogan moment that stands out to you? If you were a Hogan fan, what is a moment that you have? My phone has not been stopped texting from my cousin Tony to just text me one word, brother. That's all I get. I don't get nothing else. It's just brother.
brother.
brother. That's all I get. That's all I'm getting. Ain't nothing else to it. I respond back. I don't hear nothing else. It's just brother.
Tony, shout out to you, man. If you see this, I haven't seen
Yeah.
haven't seen you in a couple of years. So
yeah. So man, any final thoughts about SummerSlam? Any prediction changes? You guys want to change your prediction?
Just get ready. Just get ready. It's the first two nights. So
now listen. SummerSlam may be on in the theater near you. I'm 50% on that. I don't know. I might go watch it in the theater. I don't know.
I'll be ready at the Nesbitt Cottage.
I don't know.
Right here.
I'm thinking about it. Both nights.
No lines. I'll be ready there. Right to my couch.
I'm thinking
right to my couch.
That's what I'm thinking. I might be at home in the comfort of my house. Where
You
I can eat
will?
the food I want to eat. Pause it if I need to. Kind of step away if I need to. Yeah.
I need to check out my Peacock subscription because I don't want no commercials this time around. So
side note, you're gonna have to up your mission. If you don't want a commercial, you got to up the premium, sir.
I guess so.
Yeah, because you're gonna get ads anyway. Because WWE they're gonna pay you. You're gonna get an advertising for some dude wipes.
Yeah, but for people that don't know, but for those who don't know, if you have the ads, you're gonna miss all the build up stories. They're gonna play commercial right there, and then by the time it comes back, the first person gonna be coming out for the match. This is how mine is.
Well, but stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're gonna go live for SummerSlam. What you guys think? Y'all in for it? I think we ain't gonna live for no minutes. I think we're gonna go live for SummerSlam.
I guess we have to wait and see either that or we might do
do the big recap.
Yeah, a quick recap. So I guess we'll have to see. Just pay attention to the channel, and we'll notify. So
yeah, get that like bell and all that.
I still gotta send the professor his wings from the last pay-per-view. Don't worry, I got you, bro. I got you.
Oh, well, I got a lot of wings coming. I got wings coming for the NBA Finals. I got wings coming. I got a lot of wings my way.
Hold on. What's the wings talk?
Man, we played this game, and I think was that what happened?
Yeah, I guess it. Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. We could try this at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we could. No,
I think 2 nights.
Maybe I was betting that Goldberg was gonna show up at one of them things.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why people thought. Why did y'all think Goldberg was gonna interfere in that Pat McAfee match? I still don't get that.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Or Crump and I, RC.
We
swore he was coming out.
Yeah, none of that made sense to me. But
we swore he was coming out. We ain't seen Pat McAfee since. So,
well, hey, let's talk about another person you don't miss.
Yeah,
Pat's good in doses. If he shows up at SummerSlam and commentates, that'd be cool. Just keep it like that.
Well, he might because he might because after that he won't be back for a while because they're about to start College Game Day. So
that's true. That's true. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you on the next episode of the Champions Corner. Do us a favor, like, comment, share all over your social media. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and do some shopping in the merchandise store. We look forward to seeing you next time right here in the Champions Corner. Peace.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.